Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, your holiday buying choices just got a little tougher because today we are going to talk about the brand new Empowered palette from Huda Beauty. We have all really been looking forward to this one. We're going to talk about it. We're going to demonstrate it to get this look that you see here right now. And of course, compare it a little bit and swatch it in two different lightings. We have a lot to do. Let's go ahead and get started. This is a famous Huda Beauty larger palette. It is $67, and her larger palettes are made in Italy, which many see as a big selling point for the larger palettes. Kind of interesting too, this whole front of the palette, they have a little image on the back that tells you to put your phone over it and it will take you to a website. Kind of works as like one of those codes. I don't quite know how that works, but I will be investigating it to find out. Such a detective here. Okay, so this has 18 golds, coppers, and neutrals, mattes, metallics, and shimmers, along with some gel hybrid shades, which I'll tell you about. It is, again, $67 and is part of a permanent collection. I'm holding this a little funny because I just want to get it out of any glare. Okay, I talked to you guys, we're going to see this swatch, but I talked to you guys about the gel hybrid shadows. There's none of those jelly shadows. We had, was it the Naughty palette? I'm going to look because I have it right here. Yes, remember in the Naughty palette there was this shadow right here that was like a jelly, and in fact, right here, let me get it in frame, and in fact, Mel Thompson, of course, R.I.P. Mel, had actually scooped hers out because she didn't like it and replaced it. This does not have that, but it does have some gel shadows and gel hybrids. And let me just tell you, this shade right here, which is called Purpose, this black shade, is kind of a gel shadow liner, along with Worthy, which is kind of the same same texture, same formula, but in kind of a brown cocoa color. And this is in a black color. And then Manifested is a hybrid gloss metallic, and that's this guy here. I'm going to put my finger over it and then move it for you guys to see. That one right there, that's second over in the second row, is a gloss hybrid metallic. So there's lots of different kind of formulas and things in this. Before we talk about what this can be compared to and what people are comparing it to, let's first just look at it in studio and natural lighting. So here it is in studio lighting, laid out the same way that it is in the palette. I didn't divide it up this time by formula or anything, just as you would see it in the palette in studio lighting. Here we go. Take a look at that. Exactly as you would see it laid out in the palette. Beautiful shades. 18 new shades. Now let's take it outside into the warm California sunshine. Same order, same arm, same human holding the arm. Actually, I'm not holding my arm, it's attached. And here you are, take a look at that. In the warm California sunshine, I feel that that is the definite best way to see what shades look like. Now, I was just holding up the Naughty palette. I mean, this doesn't look anything like it. We could go back, you know, to Adam and Eve and try to figure out palettes it looks like, and I'm happy to do that over on Instagram. I just pulled out the Naughty palette. Nope, nothing like it. Look at that. I mean, couldn't be. And I don't usually do cross-brand references, but I did have to do the Natasha Denona My Dream palette because, gosh, they are slightly similar in feel, if not perfectly similar. So here we go. Here is our brand new Huda Beauty Empowered, this one right here. And I'm going to hold it up right next to the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. They are fairly similar, kind of, sort of, similar enough that even though I hesitate to do it, I went ahead and put a comparison into this video. So here we go again. I left the Huda shades on that left part of my arm, but more towards my wrist is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette laid out as you would see that as well. So they are right next to each other, just like they would be if you put the two palettes right next to each other. Take a look at those there. They are not the same, but there is a similar feel, I am not gonna lie. For sure. I will tell you that I really do enjoy this palette. I think it's really interesting. It's definitely a party palette. There are two shades in here, this one and this one right here at the top, that are fairly flaky, these kind of golden flaky glittery shades, and we will be using at least one of those in the demo coming up, so don't worry, along with the metallics and these very interesting hybrids. Now, I stay away from the liners. I'm not a liquid liner type. I don't line on the eyelids because I have hooded eyes. You know, I drew a little line with them earlier with a pencil brush and it seemed to work very well. Not too worried about those. But we do try this shade, which I don't see much of a difference with. And these shades, which seem very nice, but are kind of a flaky, foily glitter, as opposed to these more metallic shades that we also see. The mattes are absolutely beautiful, dreamy, and creamy. You couldn't ask for anything else with those. This is going to make your decision that much harder. And word on the street is that maybe Charlotte Tilbury will indeed maybe have a palette. That's what the rumors are telling us. Not just the singles. Don't know if that's true. Plus, I do have more of the Charlotte singles coming to me because I had to try that green. So, you know, lots to stick around for in the next few days and week or so here on Not Fit for Print Beauty. But let's go right now to the demo and try this baby right now. Let's get into this sweet little palette right now. Kind of looking around at all these shades and their empowering names. We're going to use all Sonia G, and we're going to start with one of these little Kiyaki ones in the shade called Power in the Empowered palette. I'm just putting this all over the eye. Kind of matches the sweater I'm wearing. I'm even going to take the same brush and go under the eye with the same shade, even though this brush is a bit fluffy. I don't mind if it gets under the eye a little bit. That's pretty. All right, sticking with the exact same brush, I'm going to stick with some of the mattes before we start having any real fun here. And I'm going to go with the shade Get It. Get it, girl. Just in the crease. So far, I'm really liking it. Okay, I want to have some more fun, but let's start first. Same brush again. Why clean a brush when you don't have to? With this shade Winner down here, just to darken the outer corner just a little bit. And this time I will switch brushes, sticking with Winner just to get some under the eyes. All right, though I really like this and might even leave it at this for a day or so, to be honest, if I were on my own. We want to play with it a little bit more than this. So let's get into some of these fun shades. Let's look at this shade here called Do It, and I'm going to do it first with my finger. Here's Do It right here. See that? Let me get my finger out of the way. Do It. But I like the way that applied with the finger, and really all it did was just step up that look I was already enjoying by a little tiny bit, and I still like it just as much. Okay, let's see. How about this shade here, Manifest It? Because this is a different texture, so let's try this one. And I am going to just run the Manifest It shade kind of all over the eye, very gently, with the same flat lotus brush. I'm not sure if it did much over what I already have laid down, but I actually like the look of it very, very much. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another Sonia G brush, and I'm going to go into this very, very glittery, flaky metallic and tempt fate by putting it in the inner corner. Why did I say tempting fate? Have you ever gotten a glitter chunk in your eye? Not fun. And running it up a little bit more there, and a little bit even into the corner. By the way, that was Charisma, the shade I used. Kind of similar to Limitless, both kind of a flaky glitter shade. And I am truly, truly loving it. I'm going to take this very fluffy Sonia G brush and just kind of blend away. It's absolutely clean, never been used for anything. Just going to kind of blend this just to make sure it's a seamless look. And let me show you what we've got here. Oh, it's a pretty one, guys. It's a pretty one, a definite winner for Huda and her team, a definite winner. So let me know what you think. Let me know what other comparisons you need, because I agree. I do real quick comparisons here to keep the videos at a manageable length. But if you need more over on Instagram, you just let me know, because you know I'm super happy to do it for you. This is a pretty one, you guys. I can't lie about it. It's real pretty. Our decisions are really tough. And I am going to be compiling holiday eyeshadows, or we'll call it new release eyeshadows. Who knows these days what holiday is? Some things are clearly marked holiday. Some things it's a little more ambiguous. So I will do recent release, must buys from my point of view and what I hear from you guys. I take all your feedback into consideration. We are a community. So we'll be talking about things that are best buys. So definitely leave a comment below. I do take it all into consideration. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can keep getting the word out. I would love to see you all as well over on Instagram and TikTok too. And don't forget, you can become a member. We have a special members live coming up this Friday where we talk about the makeup show and the brand new Viseart palette that was only really available at that show in my little hometown. That's for members. You can join below or somewhere around the join button or in the link down below. And I hope to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.